Let's go back to my channel. That is my last video. We don't want that. We want this video. Last video. We don't want that. There we go. Now I'm hearing myself. We want this video. So let's mute this. Last video. There we go. There we go. Now I'm hearing myself. Looks like I'm live again. So again, we are working, I am working on building the East 3D Gecko. Here is, you know what? I am working on building the East 3D Gecko. Here is, there we go. That'll help make it a little easier to see. So, I had totally and utterly forgotten that they have released a new manual online, which I downloaded today. This fixes a couple things that the previous manual didn't have. So the manual's nice looking. It's actually pretty nice, but it's missing a couple things. For one, when you're looking at it, it doesn't have the parts kit on it, where the new one does, and that makes a huge difference. And they've explained things a little better overall. So I have now gone through 2 pages, and I'm on to page 3, where I'm doing something. I'm actually just seeing what's different. Oh wow, you can see the instructions they've got a lot of the same stuff, but they've added a lot more text to make it a little easier to figure out what's going on. They've got a lot of the same stuff, but they've added a lot more text to make it a little easier to figure out what's going on. So let us look at what's going on here. Linear guides. This is what we're working on today, is installing linear guides. Linear guides. This is what we're working on today, is installing linear guides. Linear guides. This is what we're working on today, is installing linear guides. So I'm going to need bag C13. And I believe C13. Actually, the bag I used last night was not the proper one, it looks like. Actually, the bag I used last night was not the proper one, it looks like. Let me put these back away. The bag. These back away. The bag. This little magnetized base is kind of convenient to hold certain things in place, though I can tell now which pieces and parts are steel and which are not. Magnetized base is kind of convenient to okay, so the parts I need look like they're coming out of here. The lifting platform, I hope. Let me make sure there's no more C13. Look like they're coming out of here. The lifting platform, I hope. Let me make sure there's no more C13. Okay, there don't look to be any more C13s. I'm guessing that these are not going to matter. Okay, there don't look to be any more C13s. I want specific screws out of here. These are not going to matter. I want specific. Wondering if this is the baggie, because it wants M3 12 screws and M3 nut. I'm thinking that may be this one here. Let's see. I'm thinking it'll be this one here. And there's nothing steel in there, so I'm just going to use that. Let's see. Okay, so now let's get the linear rails. Make sure this is the right just want to make sure I'm getting the right or the correct ones here, because it's not showing me which ones I need. I just want to make sure I'm getting the right or the correct ones here. And it's also which ones showing me parts. I just want to make sure I'm getting the right. Looks like it should already be built. And it's also a little odd there. So this is the parts. Looks like it should already be built. It's also a little odd there. So this is the parts. It should already be built. It's also a little odd there. So this is the parts. So it looks like they changed this a little bit. So looking at this actually makes a little more sense. So it looks like they changed this a little bit. So looking at this actually makes a little more sense. It looks like they changed this a little bit. I think. So looking at this actually makes a little more sense. I think what I need is this piece. Is what that's telling me. I can set this to the side for the moment. Is what that's telling me while I work on this. Okay. So we have more of this plastic to remove off the aluminum. You know, if I'd been smart yesterday, I would have thrown all that trash away instead of having producing more. Okay. So here we go. If I'd been smart yesterday, we don't need that. I would have thrown all that trash away instead of having producing more. Okay. They're very adamant about this because you don't want these to fall off. They're very adamant about being careful with this. So be very careful. Because you don't want these to fall. From what I've read and such, if you allow the slides to go too far, the bearings will fall out, and then your nice, expensive, really nice working slide isn't going to work anymore. The bearings will fall out, and then your nice, expensive. No, that really nice work very nicely. There are a lot of screw holes on there. Looks like these four, maybe the four I need. Okay, so looks like There we go. Now I've got mics back. Sorry. My wife came in and was wanting to talk about some stuff really quick, so trying to we refinished our children's rooms, or we put an accent wall in, and had some troubles with one of them. The other one went through beautifully. So, talking about that for a moment. And now at some point, probably going to get a cat walking across here because he got left in the room. And he just likes to, get in the middle of everything. So I'm putting these rails on. I'm pretty darn sure this is correct since all the holes line up correctly. I felt that fall and hit my toe. I'm not seeing it. Oh, I see it. There's a little shadow down there. This basically just has a ton of places you need to screw things together in. Makes it kind of tedious to put this all together. But I'm doing it. Let's see. It's that one. Yep, that's it. Okay. So now, looks like there's two pieces that are going to go in here. And I have a crap ton of metal pieces here. That it could be any of these. Just got to figure out the right one. Could that be it? 4 and that? Yeah, I think this may be what I'm looking for. Not entirely sure what I'm looking at here. Okay, kitty, down, down. Down, kitty. No, not on the box. That kitty cat there was Tyrion. Oh, okay, I see. This goes on here. And I get it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm guessing that's these. One thing that is very striking about these printers that I really like is the color scheme. And the kitty cat's back. No. And the kitty cat's in the box. Okay. There we go. It says do not tighten these, so I'm not going to do anything more than just cinch them up. Be careful, the cat's over on my other printer now, my Tarantula. Just posting a link really quick on Facebook in the East 3D Facebook group, seeing if anybody wants to come in on this live build and chat and talk a little bit. There we go. So I can see my computer. I can see chat if anybody happens to come in. There we go. So now I need what goes across. I'm thinking the other linear guide now goes across like so. Hey, that looks like it's it. So let's pull this off. Really hoping it starts cooling down. Late last week through the weekend, it was colder than heck around here. Now today, it's starting to get warm again, and unfortunately, this room where my little studio and print shop is tends to be on the, or it's on, not tends, but it's on the second floor, and it tends to be the warmest room of the house, which can be a royal pain in the butt. That's not good. chunkier than I expected. So now I'm going to need 2 more. Oh, there's what I'm looking for. I better make sure what side. So this needs to be on the opposite side from these. Oh, hopes I put this in the right hole. Wow, that was kind of stupid. Okay. On the other end. Should go much easier now that I trying to put these in the correct location. Get them all lined up here. So look at that, it's moving. I'll go off. But it would go off that side, so let's not get that very close over there. And the cat's back again. Please get down, kitty. Please get down. Down. Thank you. Okay, so just doing one more snug down before I'm done here. Entirely sure I like how that's feeling here. I have to work on that a little bit. Okay. Now, let's see. Excuse me. Let's see now. You look at, let's see. Guessing on this. It's this bag here. I'm not really sure what the rest of these are for. Just trying to get bags scattered around that came from other bags that I'm not entirely sure where they go to, which is a little concerning. So this is, I'm looking at actually putting motors on finally. Yay! There's a window over there. That's why you keep seeing the cat come from over there or jump back over there, because he wants to be able to see outside and see what's going on out there. It's kind of good to look back and forth between the manual, the old manual and the new manual. It actually kind of helps a little bit to me. Let's see here. X-axis motor. I don't know this. Yeah, I think it does matter. That's Z. X looks like a pancake motor. And by looking at this, so we want to look at the Insta mount plate, and these two small holes, it shows the X-axis. Now, looks like possibly they put the electrical connector inside. It's kind of grasping at straws here, trying to. Here, let's see. And it looks like the image has it on the inside, so let's try that. And then thanks, Michael. Yeah, I'm trying to work on this and get it done. A lot of little things. It's not always easy to tell. You're kind of looking at little things to figure out what goes where. Let's see here. So there's the X. Yeah, because looking there, it looks like this one here is the X. Oh, actually, no, I'm wrong. This here would be the X. Actually, by the looks of this, I think I'm upside down. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Yep, I am completely upside down on this. So now to take some stuff apart. So out of curiosity, those that have just joined, how many of you guys have actually put one of these together? Since I posted the link in the East 3D Gecko group. Actually, I'm going to have to pull this off first. So I might be able to cheat, but I don't know that there's a safe way to cheat all of this. So I'm going to have to just take this completely apart. Here. Oh. I mistakenly believed that this was symmetrical. That is what created the problems here. This does not look like it is actually completely symmetrical. So now I'm just basically taking it all apart. Oops. Okay, and everything should come off. So let's look at this again. So by the picture, it should be this way with the end stop mounting holes on my right. You know what? Actually, I did have this on right. I just needed to flip it over and put the Z on. I screwed up yet again. So if I flip this over, it will be correct. Ah. So that was just a waste of several minutes to undo everything. So yeah, it actually looks like I may have had everything mounted correctly. I should have just flipped over this pad so everything was on the bottom. So that was a major mess up. That is where I messed up. Hey Sherry, it's mostly going well. I thought that I'd messed up, took everything apart just now here on this, and then just realized that no, I actually had put it together correctly. So now I'm putting it back together again. I got a little confused because the end stops here, when it flips over, they'll be on the other side, and that's what kind of threw me. That was not good. we go. Let's see if there's any hope of finding that nut that just rolled off my foot. That may have to be found later. Now when you're... So Tuner 2017 says those guide rails can be fun when mounting the motors. I oriented them so the connectors are right at the back. So by that, do you mean you have the connectors facing out back this direction? Because it looks like in the manual they're facing inward. Or which one would what are you suggesting there? Because I should be getting right back to that here in a moment. This one is going to have to come out pending finding that nut or digging into my backups. Okay, I see what you're talking about. I will do that. I know from what I've read, it sounds like trying to get this all set up for the wiring is kind of a pain in the butt. So any hints I can get at this stage to make wiring a little easier is always going to be good. There we go. And so I think I'm going to put this, wait for a second on this, flip this over, like so. So the end stops are going to be there. This will be on the other side. And here comes the cat again. So sorry about big fluffy tails in your viewing area. He's just got to check everything out. I think he got bored of looking outside, so now he's going to lay down on the table. Yeah, the cat is the newest member of our family. He's only had him for a couple weeks. We brought him. We went and visited my in-laws over the Memorial Day weekend, or Labor Day weekend, I guess, and brought him back with us from the farm. When my mother-in-law she gotten a cat from wanted a cat from the shelter, and the shelter told her that him and his sister were brother and sister, and they didn't want to split him up. And then after she took him to the vet, several months later, she found out that they were about 6 months difference in age. So, don't know if they were from different batches or what. But he seems to get along really well with the family, and I've got a toddler boy who's just a little over a year old, and the cat loves to follow him around and play with whatever he's throwing around and such. So it works out really well. The other cat we have just really doesn't want anything to do with a child, so works out really well. Okay, back to this again. So it looks like the x-axis, which I'm going to put the connector back, like was suggested by Tuner. And let's see here. So now I'm finally back to where I was several minutes ago when I thought that I had messed all this up. That's a little tight. I'll have to place that a little bit next. And then it looks like these go up. There we go, that feels better. There we go, there's one of the pulleys. Guess I have to get the Y-stepper to work on the other one. And this should be the Y-stepper. Okay, we've discussed this before, kitty cat. If you jump, I don't want you on there. There you go. Kitty cat, no. When you're a kitten, even a big one, everything seems to be a toy. Let's see, what did I do with that one? Oh, there it is. And the fourth bolt or screw. Okay, the motor is on. Now, to get this on. There we go. Oops. So there's one, and there's the other rub screw, almost. There we go. Okay, I thought that was too big. There we go. Okay, let's have a look at this guide rail. Something's a little binding on it. Wasn't before. There we go. See, last time I left this a little looser until the end, and I don't think I did that this time. Yeah, it's much better. Much, much better. Okay, I think I'm done with this page. Ta-da. So again, if you're putting one of these together, download the the instructions. They make a lot more sense. I think I'm going to hold off on the extruder. I think it's telling me to put it together next. So yeah, I won't hold off on the extruder. I will get a drink. Okay, where's the extruder? I think it's in one of these. I could be wrong. Nope, it's got to be in here. This is the Z-axis motor. Aha. There's the hot end. Actually, I don't know that I need the hot end just yet. Looks like I really only need the extruder. Aha! This looks like all the parts I need. I've never actually put together a Titan extruder before, so this should be new as well. Okay. Oh, and I need the E-axis motor, which should be the bottom one. Yes. There we go. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's how it's going to end up being. Give me 1 second. It looks like the cat wants to go out. So I'll be right back. Yeah, that's what it wanted. That's why I was poking around over there. It wanted out. Actually, no. That would make more sense. Yeah. That makes a lot more sense there. Wow, that's not working very well. Okay. Okay, that'll turn, so that's a good sign. Now so we got that going like so. Just kind of guessing here, since this I'm not really seeing anything about how to actually assemble this directly. Actually, here they are in the old instructions. Whoops. So the instructions here don't show this cover on just yet. So I'm thinking possibly that's what's giving me some problems here. So that goes like so. Leave this, maybe, goes in here. Does that go in there? I can't go in there like that. Okay, so that fits there. What fits under this? Okay, so the hot end fits under that. I get that now. Let's see here. That goes there, and then I've got the spring coming in the side. Looks like this. Somehow part of that. Ah, I get it. Give me 1 second here. So now I've got both the cats in here. You can see Tyrion is back. Oh, it looks like Minerva just left. Oops. And it looks like Tyrion is flying the coop as well. Not exactly a fan of how this is being put back together here is the problem. Just doesn't feel quite right. That's what's taking the longest right now. Trying to get this figured out. Because I really don't want to take things apart again. Put that there. Then it doesn't want to go through far enough. Or if I didn't put this down far enough. Very well could be it. Because there's just slightly more room there at the bottom. Don't know if you can hear that. My son is being put to bed, and he's not enjoying it in the least. And he's boisterously telling us how much he dislikes it. Yeah, the other cat's out. So let's see here. There we go. Trying to get this all back together yet again. I think it'll work this time. Or at least I think it's correct this time. Or I could be wrong. The extrusion motor and the extruder sandwich the green carriage. Problem is I don't see a green carriage. This is what I have. I don't know how much you can see. I don't see any green carriage with this. But it does look like this part goes, up in here. Actually, I have to pull that out just a little bit. There we go. Then that'll fit in there. My biggest concern right now is I don't think the spring is long enough. It looks like there might be something behind it to push it out further. This. Boy, I'm dropping everything. Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Oh, so it looks like that plastic part doesn't go on at all. So I was trying to do these separate, and yeah, I don't think that's how it's supposed to, is it? So looking at this, I see what you're saying. Thanks for that one. That would have been annoying. So this looks like it all comes apart here. Also looks like still a little concerned about that spring. Okay, so looks like the motor. You know what? I have a feeling that the extruder motor was put into the X-axis slot, because that's my only pancake motor. Thought it was weird that the X-axis motor was a pancake and everything else is full-sized. And out the back. Okay. So this, look, that one actually fits. Okay. And the flat side is over there. There we go. Oh, this is actually pretty horrifying to try to get together here. So I want that, like so. So tell me, did you guys have all this problem trying to get the hot end here set up? I feel like I could use another 2 or 3 hands to really do this right. Okay, I don't think anything else has to go on that side, so let's put you together. There we go. Well, tuner, that makes me feel better. Don't feel quite as useless here. Okay. So that will go there. I have a feeling that has to go inside. You know what? Now I see why they show this without this. That's kind of a pain in the butt. That. Oh my gosh. So let's change this up a little bit. Let's put that in first and then get this squished in. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's not good. Let's see how this works for me. It's not quite tall enough. There we go. That helps a little bit. Honestly, this piece here is, I think, the hardest part for me. Getting that piece in right. Actually, I need to get that in too as well. Okay, let's see if I can get one of these back in again. Whoops. Crap. Okay. Get that lined up there. Okay, now I lost the spring in here somewhere. There it is. There are so many little parts here. So maybe there we go. That helps hold that in. There we go. Hey, give me a second here. I'm back again. Sorry. Trying to get the cats. My daughter is doing some cat rustling now. Rustle the cats out of here. So this had worked. Now it's not wanting to work. Thought that I got this piece on and I was going to be looking good. I was wrong. Okay, I think I'm going to work on this HUD end a little bit later, tomorrow, or I may try it again tonight, but it's getting a little frustrating. I need to take a break from this. So I think I'm going to call the live stream. Thank you for everybody, especially Tuner. You've been a huge help. I really appreciate it. And I think my call is for the night, and I'll hopefully go back live tomorrow and try to get more of this finished. Try to get more than 2 steps done at a time. Thanks, everybody. Take care.